right, good evening to you. We begin tonight with the authors of a newly released report on Arkansas's school voucher program. They're responding tonight to criticism of their work by the state's largest teachers union.
Channel 7's Andrew Mobley spoke with the leading researcher for that report to learn more. He has the story now. Andrew.
According to the report, the EFA program is a hit among participants, with high rates of parent satisfaction and promising test results. But the Arkansas Education Association isn't convinced of all the report's claims of success. The report shows that EFA students, of which there were over 14,000 last school year, tested at the 57th percentile for math and 59th for English, above the national median. But the Arkansas Education Association questions how that data was collated, considering that EFA students were given 17 different nationally norm-referenced tests, a small minority taking the same test as public school students, the state's new ATLAS test.
We hope to develop what we call concordance between the ATLAS and the nationally norm reference test. This will allow us to compare student performance across these tests between EFA students and the public school students.
The report says the state saves money by spending less on EFA students than it would if they were in public school. But the association points out that most EFA students last year were already private or homeschooled and represent an added cost for the state. To that, Daniels had this to say.
Saving money is not the actual goal. Meeting students' needs and helping them reach their full potential is actually the ultimate goal.
The report says that only 12% of EFA students last school year were switchers, or switched from public to private. More than that were already private or homeschooled. And there's no information for where 33% of EFA students went prior to receiving vouchers. At first glance, that may play into the common criticism that the program is just paying for privileged kids to stay in private school. But researchers believe the switchers outnumber the 25% of students who were already in private schools.
That assumption that anyone who attends private schooling without education savings account or education freedom account is somehow wealthy, I think that's just not the case. We estimate that around 30% of the EFA students would have otherwise attended an Arkansas public school.
Daniels says school choice may actually force low-performing public schools to improve themselves.
It's coming from like the capitalist theory of that when you introduce competition into the marketplace, you're going to do everything possible to make sure that you are better than, or you're performing better than your competition.
Though last school year's report did not factor in the impact on public schools, Daniels says that may be considered in the future. On your side, I'm Andrew Mobley.
All right, Andrew, thanks so much. And for more coverage of the shift to school choice in Arkansas, visit KATV.com.